Let's imagine for a moment I'm a hotshot lawyer and you're a defendant and my job is to get you in the slammer. How am I going to do that? By gathering information about you at the start of the trial to use against you at the end of the trial. Selling is the same. The best successful salespeople know how to gather information about their customers at the start to use at the end of the sale to help them purchase. The way to do that is to ask the right questions, or what we like to call being a smart ask. Asking questions such as, what are you replacing? More importantly, why you're replacing it? How'd your old sofa or dining suite look at the end of its life? Do you have children? And let's stop there for a moment. Most people just stop at that question, but why don't we find out a little bit more about the children? How old they are, how many children they have, what they like doing. You don't want to be classed as a stalker and go too far, but you get the point. For more interesting questions that are going to pique the mind of the customer, you can find them on this website. So once you've gathered that information, what you want to do then is what we term as hooking the customer or teasing the customer about the product without going into too much detail and diverting the customer's attention to the protection plan. So let's show you what we mean by that. We're going to tease the customer about the protection plan without saying too much about it. We'll show you how that's done. So here we are in the lovely Amart showroom. I'm an Amart salesperson and in wanders Chris, who let's say is looking for a sofa today. So I might start by asking some questions. So Chris, do you mind me asking what it is that you're looking for today?
A new fabric sofa.
Okay, a new fabric sofa. So do you mind me asking what happened to your old fabric sofa?
I've still got it. It's just dirty, worn out. It's got some stains on there from the kids. So I just want something new to brighten up the room.
Right, before you go today, remind me to show you something that you're going to be so glad I told you about. Won't talk about it right now, we'll do it shortly, but let's go find the right sofa.
Sounds good.
Great. So in that, Chris gave me some really important information that I picked up on, and you might have picked up on as well, that he has kids. So as we're wandering off to show him that fabric sofa, we may ask questions. How many children do you have? What do they like doing? What are their ages? Again, without being too much of a stalker. Gathering that information at the start of the sale. And as you may have picked up in that demonstration, we hooked Chris. Remind me to show you something later. Or I've got something I know you're really going to be so glad I told you about. Or I've got something I know you're really going to love that's going to help you with that situation. Or even better, you know what? You've had a stained sofa. I'm going to show you something that will help prevent that from happening. We'll talk about that shortly. But let's go find the right sofa. So it's that quick hook. It's just got to be real quick and real natural, creating that curiosity, getting the customer to think in their mind, what is that thing that he was going to talk about?